It's your favorite tag team duo. We back, black and yellow. I'm Mr. Black. I'm in the car with Mr. Yellow. We just got done looking at a property that was overdue. Should have been sold a long ass time ago, but it is what
Yeah.
it is. It's the perks of being in the business. So, but we wanted to hop on here and give you guys some of the conversations that we have personally that we talk about. And one of those things that we talk about a lot of times when we're driving or in the cars is we just talk about life, obviously, and we just talk about life events, things that happen in life, whatever the case might be. And conversation that Wallace and I have frequently is starting from the bottom, whereas like Wallace said
Yeah, the
earlier,
bottom, not the
as
bottom, the
eh,
bottom.
like Wallace
I
said,
have to correct you. Sorry.
when he said he started when he was 9. That's when Wallace
Yeah,
started.
the bottom,
The
bottom.
bottom of
No, not
9.
the age necessary, but like starting off when the minimum wage was 650
Yeah.
in 2002, and my wage was 4. Your wage was what, 0, right? Not even 4.
What do you mean?
Salary, hourly wage.
Nah, it was a little more than that. It was like six something.
Okay, you're lucky then.
Yeah, it was like six
I
dollars and
mean,
some shit.
maybe any man from China is supposed to get less money. I don't know.
No, I just think it's the job that you worked at. Like I worked
Yeah.
at the mall, so at the time
Mm-hmm.
it was like. But this was also This was also years later after you came into the country. This was like
Yeah.
6 years after you came into.
Okay.
So that's why it was like six.
Got
It was
you.
like six something.
Yeah. All I know is I was getting paid 4, and the minimum wage was 650 at the time. I remember it was exactly 2002. But Marv, this is something I wanted to ask you, right? So I never thought about like a black man like you, to be honest. And maybe I call myself yellow man. I don't know, like Asian man, whatever the case may be, right? We consider as minority people. That's facts, right?
Yeah,
So I just never thought about because before that, uh, like years ago, right, way back, I just thought like most Asian people, I just thought minority people like myself, like yourself, right, we can never succeed in this country.
mm,
That's just how I feel. I don't know about you, how you feel about this situation, right? I used to always feel about, me being, Asian, being Chinese, whatever, just go nowhere in life.
right,
You know what I mean? Because
right.
I thought about the area I grew up in, it was nothing but poverty. And then when I came in here, other minimum wage earners making 650, but I was only making 4.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about stuff like this? You still feel about stuff like this?
Nah, not me personally. I can't say that I felt that way. I think I had parents that groomed me to always believe in myself, and my parents never really spoke of lack, I guess. I mean, obviously when I was growing up they used to tell me, oh, you can't get that, we can't get that because of money or whatever, but they never really spoke lack into my life, into my mindset at a young age. They always spoke, you can do or be whatever you have or whatever you want, but you just, you got to put effort into getting it. And so I didn't grow up with that mindset. And I never personally grew up with the mindset of, oh, I'm a minority. Oh, I'm black. I'm going to be struggling. It's harder for us. This woe is me mentality. Everybody's out to get me. Racism is going to hold me back. I never really bought into any of those narratives that I see so many people buying into these narratives nowadays, especially nowadays with Trump being in office. People love to use racism as an excuse. I mean, even before Trump was in office, people use racism as an excuse. Oh, it's because I'm white. I mean, or it's because I'm black. Oh, it's because I'm Asian. Oh, it's because I'm Indian. Oh, it's because I'm a woman. Oh, it's because I'm a woman of color. I mean, bottom line, in my mind, I never had any of these excuses in my mind. You know what I mean? And so something that I realize is people from generations ago, they still think this way, a lot of them, because they grew up in that time. But there's people in this new generation, we don't, a lot of us, some of us do, but a lot of us, we don't think that way, and I'm glad that we don't think that way, because if I had thought that way, I wouldn't have gotten into real estate with you. I would have just kept working at wherever I was working at, and I wouldn't have made all of this money in real estate. I wouldn't be sitting in a car that literally only less than 0.001%. I looked that shit up the other day. Less than zero point zero zero one
Wow.
percent of people have this car that we're in right now. I didn't know that
Mm-hmm.
until I looked that shit up the other
Wow,
day.
that's crazy.
And so, like, what allowed me to sit in a car like this and to own a car like this is mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's mindset because I don't have these mindset of yo, I have lack. Yo, I'm black. I can't do this. Yo, I'm black.
Hmm.
It's gonna take longer for me. I'm black. I'm too young. You know, just all of these excuses that people have nowadays. You know, blaming the government, blaming this person, blaming that person. I mean, I didn't have any of those excuses. I just put my head down, you know, and decided to just make a difference, make a change. And so to answer your question, no, I didn't really think about like, oh, I'm from the bottom. You know, I
Hmm.
have this, I have that, or I have this at my disadvantage. I have that at my
Hmm.
disadvantage. You know, I'm just gonna work a regular job and just be
Hmm.
regular. That was never in the cards for me. I always knew or had a feeling that I'm supposed to do something big.
Hmm. Yeah. So for me, right, I just have to say, like, I thought about this very, very often, especially before I got into business. Like, my first few years, right? So I think what helped me get into real estate is, my mindset. I started thinking different. I started thinking, like, you know what? If he can do it, I can do it too. I just realized, what? Real estate investing is not just for a few people. Real estate investing can be done for anybody. For somebody like me who only have ninth grade education, for somebody like me who didn't speak English, right? But what's crazy is that the reason why I was always making minimum wage is because my mindset is because the first few years I got in, I got to this country. I just thought, you know what, I'm Asian, I'm not supposed to be rich, I'm not supposed to do certain things that people do in this country. But now, fast forward, it's 2026. I've been doing real estate, for the last 16 years. And when you're speaking about, 0.01%, very few people, own a nice car like this and that. Guess what? That just reminded me, you know, when we bought this car a while back, what did we do, Marv? Did we take a loan, make a car payments? What did we do?
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, I mean that's just how I operate with vehicles. How Marvin operates with buying cars. Marv, so let me ask you another question because there's multiple cars that we have. Do you have car payments for the other car, the convertible?
No,
Okay. Yeah, so that lets you know, like our message here is you really have to, fix your mindset. If you want to go to the next level, you can't think about all of the negative messages, all of the, bad things I thought about, you know. You have to stay positive, like Marvel was saying, you have to believe in yourself. I think that's our message, for this whole conversation, for this video. We created this for you, for our audience, so that anybody can go to next level. Going to a next level, just like you want to be a professional athlete, right? Go to a next level, play in the NBA. It's not only for tall people, okay? Short guys, short girls, they can all play and they can be the MVP like Allen Iverson, right? It's all about the mindset because I believe AI never will think about the negative things I thought about, like, oh, I'm too short, I'm too little. You know what I mean? He probably look at himself as a 7 footer, right? So that's why today's message, man, you just gotta believe in yourself.
yep,
You just gotta believe that success is for any man, any woman, any background. Just doesn't matter.
at
All
all.
right?
You got yeah, because you're not oppressed.
Yep.
That's something that I want everybody to understand is
Yep.
you are not oppressed. The news will try to tell you you're oppressed. The media, friends, family, your circle, whoever you're around, they would try to throw their limitations on you, tell you you're oppressed, tell you you can't do it. When I hear people tell me I'm oppressed, how am I oppressed as a black man sitting in a Rolls Royce? How am I oppressed? That sounds like freedom to me. That sounds like free. You can't tell me as a black person I'm oppressed when I'm have a Rolls Royce. You can't tell me I have a Jaguar with my top down all the time. You can't tell me I'm oppressed when I pay cash, when I live free as a free man in America, in the greatest country in the world. You can't tell me that I'm oppressed. So I'm sick of hearing this messaging from certain people on TV or even in my own personal life that I know when they try to say, oh, we're so oppressed. Oh, we're so helpless. Oh, what are we going to do? What the fuck do you mean? What are we going to do? We're so oppressed. We're so hurt. No, we're not. That's a mindset thing. And that's like Wallace just said. This whole talk is all about shifting your fucking mindset to understand that you are only oppressed, but only because you are a slave mentally. That's why you're oppressed.
Yeah, man. So, my closing message here is I spoke with a lady in real estate, and she's been doing real estate for a long time. You talk about over 30 years, right? And what's funny is she kept telling me, she's like, hey, you don't understand the market now. It's difficult. There's no way, people in real estate can make money. Guess what? My immediate response to her is like, yes, I get it. And guess what? The people who can't make money, not able to make money in real estate, is really the ones don't know what they're doing, but thinking they're the pros. Why? Because they've been doing it too long, 20, 30, 40 years. But the thing is, in real life, you have to understand, we don't measure by, oh, how long you've been doing this. We measure by, hey, listen, how much results you can produce, right? A man who just got in the game as a rookie, say one of our clients, one of our students, whatever, can make over 1 million his first year, her first year, right? And guess what? Another person might be like, I've been doing it for 40 years, but they never even made 1 million their whole life. Okay. So my closing message is you can't follow, is that called a naysayer? Yeah, you can't listen to these people because these people, all they believe is failure. Okay. They never believing something good. They never believing something positive. Just like even myself, when I was believing, I was a failure. I'm like a minority person. Supposed to do make minimum wage or less than minimum wage. And guess what? That's exactly what I got in return. Why? Because my mindset was like believing that I can't succeed. I'm not able to succeed.
Exactly.
Okay.
Even though there's a bunch of people that look like you that have
Yep.
already succeeded, a
Correct.
bunch of people that look like me that have already succeeded.
Yep. Yep. So our message is crystal clear. You know, if you are like me, you're like Marv, like what, black or yellow, whatever the case may be, believe in yourself. Okay, you can do real big. The sky's the limit. All right.